I am.
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 Hello everybody, welcome to today's episode of Downstream Outdoors. Today on Downstream Outdoors, we're back into the wild animals. What we're going to do today is we're going to take the lowly ramp, a springtime favorite here in the Appalachian Mountains. It's found all over the place early spring. It's kind of like a garlic. It's like a wild garlic leek. We did an episode about identifying it all the way back in episode 1. The very first episode we ever did was about ramps. And we never really did anything with them. So today, we are going to cook with them. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a very nice ramp relish. Okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to break these down. When they come out, obviously they have roots coming off of them and they have dirt on them and everything. So we've gotten all the mise en place done, all the cleaning and prep. You can see we've taken the roots off, we've washed them, and they're ready to go. Next step, we need to run them through a food processor. Alright, we've run them through the food processor. You can see we got a good slosh of ramps. They really smell good. We got a nice fine grind to medium grind. We don't want a real coarse grind on these. And we have 2 pounds of them here. Next, we're going to have to start our recipe. Alright, the next step we need to do is we need to get our pickling solution together for to pour in and put in with our ramps. First thing, we want 1 cup of distilled white vinegar for every pound of ramps that we have. We want a 1/4 cup of plain sugar for every pound that we have. Okay, the next thing we need, we're going to put some, oh, I got the wrong spoon here. Alright, we need a 1/2 teaspoon of whole coriander seeds. Nope, we need a whole teaspoon of whole coriander seeds. We need a 1/2 per pound. So there's a 1/2 for that one pound, there's a 1/2 for that second pound. Same thing, we're going to use some crushed red pepper flake. 1/2 teaspoon for each pound. We'll put a little bit extra in there. Okay. Yellow mustard seeds, 1/2 teaspoon for each pound. Same thing with the red pepper, a little bit extra. Mustard seed won't hurt a thing. And then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. So that'll be a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin for this recipe. Right in there. Now we need a tablespoon of kosher salt for every pound of ramps that we put in. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons kosher salt or pickling salt. We'll mix that together, make sure we get our salt and our sugar dissolved into our vinegar really well, and then we're going to put this on the stove and bring this up to heat, and that'll help all these flavors dissolve together really nicely. And then we'll pour it over top of our ramps and we'll get ready to stick them in a hot water bath to get them sealed and preserved for long-term storage. Looks good. Let's light up our stove over here. Holy cow, that's a big flame. Try to get this in the shot for you here. There we go. That was all our ramps in that bowl there we just moved. Not quite dissolved in, but we'll get her. Alright, everything goes in the saucepan. Vinegar, sugar, all the spices, sugar, salt, everything goes in the saucepan. This will help everything dissolve just that little bit extra that we don't quite have it, and it'll help soften up all our spices and help get them to integrate into the flavor of the juices of the vinegar that we put into this. So what we'll do is we'll let that heat up. We're not going to bring it to a full boil. We're just going to bring it up to where it starts to steam a little bit. And then we're going to incorporate it into our ramps. Okay, our pickling solution is up to temperature. We're going to go ahead and add that to our ramps. See all them nice mustard seeds in there. And them coriander seeds in there. We just need to mix this together. We've got to get this fully incorporated. And as every good chef knows, you're always tasting things in the process. So let's give this a little taste here and see how this tastes. Woo-wee, that's good. A good kick to it. Woo! I like that. Here, Brady.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bite.
That's got a good flavor, doesn't it?
It does. Starts off real sweet.
Yeah, it starts off sweet and sour and then got a little kick in the end there. That nice little punch in the back of the throat. Really hits your taste buds nice. The thing to remember, it's got all this flavor on it. Brady don't like it. He's pitching the rest out.
No, it was just liquid.
The thing to remember is it's got all this flavor. I'm salivating. I'm really salivating here. It's got all this flavor packed into it. But it's just a condiment. You're putting it on things like burgers and hot dogs and things like that. So you want that strong flavor pack because it's a side. It's not the main ingredient. And you're using it to enhance flavors of other things that you're putting it on. So there's our ramp relish. It's pretty much ready to go at that point. Next step, we're going to jar it up and we're going to do a nice hot water bath.
What are we doing out here for, Relish?
No photobombing Paul now.
It's already boiling. I just needed that little bit of wind taken off of it. I marked them on the sides here. Not mine, because... Wait a second. That's... Where'd mine go?
That's B.
We might not even get 6 jars out of this.
Oh, shit. What is that sweet pickle stuff?
Bread and butter pickle?
Chow chow.
Chow chow.
No, are you sure that's yours? That's not the B I wrote on it.
That is. That's what I wrote.
No, what happened to mine?
You
Yeah.
lost it.
Yeah, we got 3
You
jars.
drank it.
No, I didn't.
I'm sure you did. Where'd it go?
You drank mine. You were drinking mine. So I drank mine and I'm drinking mine.
Yeah, we got 3 jars worth.
Oh, wow. We'll have to make some more of this.
Yeah, why don't we make some more?
Do it on camera.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, we're only getting 3 jars out of this go.
Oh. Sorry.
Here's what it is. I think, if anything, we could cut it. Add some dill pickle to it.
Now, what would we eat that with?
This?
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever you want to.
It's a condiment.
Right. You can see, we wiped our seal there on the lid. We want to wipe that, make sure it's good and clean.
Oh, you're recording.
Not the first time I've had people answer me off screen. All right. Set that on there, make sure everything's nice and clean. Then crank your ring down. Get that good and tight. You can see my 2-pound solution, it only made 3 jars. Obviously we're going to do it in bigger quantity when we're off screen. But this will be sufficient for a nice little video. There's our 3 jars of ramp relish. Ready to go, and we're going to get them hot water bath, and we'll return for that.
10 minutes. 15, actually.
Alright, here we go. We already got our water hot, boiling in our pressure pot here, in our hot water bath. We're just going to get our jar rack out and line up the jars. We'll set these down in our hot water bath, and we're going to leave them go for about 20 minutes. We'll check back here in a few minutes. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes that these jars have been in the hot water bath here boiling away. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out. We're just gonna let them cool off, and they'll seal up real nice. And we can put them up on a shelf, and they're good for about. I wouldn't open them before like 2 weeks. I just let them go and marinate and finish getting the flavor soaked into everything. Give them a good shake once or twice before you open them up. Really get the flavor incorporated into them really well. That's about it. Like I said, you can use these on anything that you would use a traditional relish on, and they'll be absolutely fine. I want to thank Brady and Maria of Dennis Homesteads for having me up to do this video. They provided everything. I just showed up and did the video part. They pretty much did everything else. So thanks again to Brady and Maria of Dennis Homesteads. Check them out on YouTube. They're going to start rolling again with videos here real soon. And they'll be doing something a little bit different than what we do here on this channel. So that'll be fun. And make sure you check them out. But with that, until next time, keep your line wet and out of the trees.